Special thanks to the National Pork Board for sponsoring this video. Hey guys, what's up? It's Raven. Welcome back to my kitchen. I'm not gonna say welcome back to Raven's Ratchet Kitchen for this video because I need a new name for this because it's not Raven's Ratchet Kitchen anymore. We're leveling up, okay? I'm really trying to learn how to make some really nice, healthy recipes. Still easy, nothing too crazy, but not my old little Raven's Ratchet recipes that I always do. If you guys did not see the gumbo video that I did with my mom has been showing me some different recipes that I can try and add into my repertoire. So Chef Tony is behind the camera once again today, and she is going to be walking me through a new recipe that I have not tried. And also something really new about this recipe is that it is going to be cooked on the grill. I have a really nice outdoor kitchen grill setup and I have literally never used it. My mom has come over here and used it for me, but I myself have never used it and never used a grill, period. So that should be interesting, but hopefully it should be pretty easy. So on the menu today is marinated grilled pork tenderloin, and for the side dish, some roasted potatoes and a nice black bean and corn salad. See, we're getting a little bit fancy, but it should be easy. My mom says it's easy, so hopefully I can pull it together. I've never done anything like this on my own before. So I chose pork tenderloin for this recipe because it's actually easy to prepare in smaller portions. So for single people like me or for smaller families, you can easily make this in smaller portions. And it's also a good, easy thing that you can prepare on the grill, since I specifically wanted to try using my grill today. Okay, Chef Tony, so what is the first step?
First step is a marinade. And you've got your ingredients all laid out there.
Okay, so we have some ingredients here: brown sugar, balsamic vinegar, Dijon mustard, and some grated garlic, whatever it's called, minced garlic. So this has already been portioned out. I would guess that this is just basically looks like a couple tablespoons of each. Are there exact measurements you want to give, or?
You know, just put whatever kind of flavor you like. You can actually customize this marinade. You can use honey instead of brown sugar. You could use lime juice instead of the balsamic vinegar. You put some other herbs like rosemary and oregano if you like.
So this is just
like a good
basic marinade: garlic, brown sugar, mustard, balsamic vinegar, a couple tablespoons of each. No exact measurements, just eyeball it and I guess cater it to what kind of flavors you like, if you like it more this or more that. And then some oil, a splash.
No, more like a good pour, 1/4 to 1/2 of a cup.
2 shots of oil.
You're gonna have to cover all of that pork. Yeah, that's good. Now whisk it around, see how it looks.
So whisk up the marinade with a good amount of olive oil. What's this looking like?
That looks good. You can put a little bit of salt and pepper in your marinade. Even though you're gonna be seasoning your pork, you can put some salt and pepper. Real quick.
I heard that you're supposed to season every layer of what you're cooking. So like if you're making a dressing or a marinade, you season that, but then you also season the meat itself. I don't know where I heard that from. So this is the pork tenderloin. I have 2 pork tenderloins here because I'm actually being a good Samaritan and cooking for my parents as well as me and Ziya. So I'm making like 2. Our proprietary family blend of Cajun seasonings, just like in the last video. And liberally, she says, so.
All sides, so you'll want to use your tongs to kind of flip it over and make sure you get all sides.
We use Cajun seasoning on every single thing we cook.
Just basic stuff.
I feel like if you don't have any sort of Cajun influence or you're not from the South, you might not use Cajun seasoning regularly in just like all your non-Cajun meals.
Well, all it is like an all-purpose seasoning with a little bit more cayenne and garlic.
Just gonna like roll it around in there. Is that enough or does it need more?
I think it's good.
Heavily coated in Cajun seasoning, nice and good. Then pour the marinade on there. And you guys, pork is actually a very budget-friendly protein option if you didn't know. So you can make yourself a nice nice looking, fancy tasting meal, but not for a fancy price tag. I need to roll this around.
So just kind of, you know, make sure all sides are evenly coated.
Roll it around so it can absorb the flavor. Flavor on every piece. So now I'm just going to cover up the pork tenderloin with some plastic wrap to let it marinate. You can let this marinate for 30 minutes, couple hours, even overnight. But if you're trying to be quick like I am, you can just let it marinate for about 20, 30 minutes. And so that's what I'm gonna do while I move on to preparing the side dishes. So I'm gonna pop this in the fridge, I'm guessing, yes, okay. Okay, so while my pork tenderloin is marinating, I'm going to start on the side dishes. So the first one I'm gonna do is the roasted baby potatoes. So I have these little baby potatoes, which these are good because you don't have to cut them up. They're just small as is, because y'all saw in the other video how I was struggling with my knives. So I'm just gonna rinse these off, wash them first. I'm going to dry them on some paper towels, because one thing I do know is that when you're like roasting stuff, or you want something to come out crispier, if they're super wet, it's not gonna get crispy and it's not really gonna roast as well, because I do be roasting stuff in my daily life. I'm going to put them in this bowl.
So set your oven to 400 degrees, bake.
So oven is preheating, got my washed and dried potatoes, and then I'm guessing we're just gonna use olive oil and like season these up.
Drizzle them with olive oil. Put liberal and copious amounts of chopped garlic, again, salt and pepper, and thyme.
Copious amounts of garlic. Thyme, I don't think this spice has ever been used out of my spice collection. So this is a first. I'm just gonna sprinkle till it looks right, till my ancestors tell me to stop. And salt and pepper. Now, I've definitely made roasted potatoes before. Usually I just put, what do I put? Salt, pepper, garlic powder. So this is super easy, and I've definitely made these before. It's basically just olive oil and whatever you want to flavor it with. And put them on a pan, pop them in the oven. Now they look moisturized and seasoned. Get yourself a nice roasting pan. Pop these in the oven at 400 for approximately 30 minutes, but until they're tender. Okay, moving on to the next side dish, which is the corn and black bean salad. I thought I was gonna get out of chopping stuff up. I do have to chop up some stuff for this. So knife, don't fail me now. I see an onion, some bell peppers. I'm just gonna go ahead and get the onion over with. I already know this knife don't be wanting to chop through a whole onion. Okay, what kind of chop?
Smallish dice.
A smallish dice. I already forgot how to do this. Mediocre chopper skills and dull knife do not mix. I will invest in some better knives after this video, I promise.
You put your knives in the dishwasher?
I try not to, but sometimes they get put in there. Tip for the people at home, don't put your knives in the dishwasher. See how it's just squishing the onion, it's not even chopping.
That's good enough. We don't need a whole lot.
Just this much? Okay, so this much, however much this is, 1/8 of an onion.
A fourth of a cup.
A fourth of Chef Tony's not that good at giving measurements, but we'll just say 1/4 of a cup.
To your liking, as much as you like.
As much as you like of purple. As much as you like of red onions, because we don't know measurements around here. And then we have some little piece of a yellow bell pepper, little piece of a red bell pepper, and little piece of a jalapeno.
This recipe, you can just use whatever you have in your fridge. So this is what you had, and this is what we're using. But you can also use like zucchini or jicama or yellow squash.
Jicama.
Broccoli, you can use whatever you want. It's just, it's a...
Customize the salad to your favorite veggies.
Chopped salad, that's why I call it chopped salad, because you chop up whatever you want.
Am I chopping this right?
Yeah, perfect.
Same.
Same. And then after you get done chopping your veggies, you're going to make a little dressing, fresh dressing with lime juice.
It came with a sharpener, but I don't know how to effectively sharpen. No.
Yes, it is.
A little bit. Comment down below your favorite knife brands because clearly I need some.
They're expensive. My favorite knife is over $200.
Maybe I'll invest in one good knife instead of a whole set.
I'll buy you one for your birthday.
Yay. Just what I want. Well, might as well because I really don't want anything else or need anything else. Onion, bell pepper, and then
jalapeno. I leave the seeds in now because the jalapenos ain't really been hot this year.
Leave the seeds in? Daring. Also, people were making fun of my cutting board and asking why I wasn't using that cutting board instead. I honestly don't know. I consider that cutting board to be decor. Don't ever really think to use it. This one works fine. What's wrong with this one?
Put that in there.
That seemed like kind of a lot, but okay.
Yep. We want it to be spicy. Now chop your cherry tomatoes in half.
I have what's it called? PTSD from cutting cherry tomatoes. If you didn't know, the reason why my mom is called Chef Tony is, am I doing half or long? If you didn't know, the reason why my mom is dubbed Chef Tony is not just because she likes to cook, but because she was actually, or I guess technically is, a certified. Do you still have your certification? Is it still valid?
Certification has expired.
Okay, well, expired certification, but was a certified personal chef who, that just means that you cook for people who pay you to cook their meals, families and stuff. And I was like a young teen, and that was like my first job, is being a sous chef, if you will, for my mom, which means that I would do all the chopping and washing and prep work and dirty work. And her clients really loved stuff that had sliced cherry tomatoes as part of the recipe. So I would just be slicing huge quantity. Yeah, the freaking chicken salad that had sliced grapes in it as well. So I always have to slice up a bunch of cherry tomatoes, slice up a bunch of grapes. And it's really, I saw the hack where you can like put them under something and slice through all of them at once. That doesn't really work. So you really gotta slice them one by one. Anywho, these are a nice, vibrant mix of, what are these called again?
Cherry tomato?
I know, but what is the specific kind? It's like a specific name of why they're like, they look like this. Anywho, that's not important.
Chop me some cilantro while you got that out. Range it. Just not much.
Don't rub your eyes after you've been full of jalapenos. Cilantro.
Chop up about a half of that. Just, yeah, right there. I don't care about it being off the stem. It tastes fine. It's not gonna kill you. Chop it up.
Are you supposed to really pick each leaf off of the stem?
I mean, you know, if you were a restaurant chef and you didn't want your...
I think I might be one of those people that has the soap cilantro gene.
You don't like cilantro?
I don't really ever think about it because it's usually not like a key ingredient, but when I'm right up on it, I'm like, eh. And if you don't know, certain people taste cilantro. There's like 2 different ways that your taste buds can react to it. So that's why some people don't like it. But, so all of this in there.
Now, rinse your beans.
Rinsing the beans to get all the canned stuff off of it, according to my mom.
Now you need a big bowl to assemble your salad.
For someone who only tends to make 3 recipes, I do come well equipped with cooking supplies. This is what we're doing. Dumped all that in there, and then my rinsed off and strained black beans. I'm just using canned beans because why not? And then this is just some white sweet corn, frozen. Okay, so all of our veggies are in here. Now for the dressing, I'm gonna start off with the limes. Another little pro tip, roll your limes to get the juices flowing. Loosen it up. I can't cut anything. I'm throwing this knife away. Juicer. So all of this juice of 2 limes?
Let's see how much juice comes out of limes. Maybe.
Don't ask Chef Tony for no recipes, because she gonna say, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
I cook by eyeballing and smell. I don't even taste.
Oh, so that's 1 lime, 1.5.
Yeah, I think that's enough.
So 1.5 limes. And then I've got some honey here. This is like a tablespoon. Tablespoon of honey. Add some ice and you got some fresh limeade. And then cumin, 1/4 of a teaspoon of cumin, and
olive oil, splash or 2.
a splash or 2.
You know, do you want it to be like salad dressing? We'll do salad dressing. More lime juice, more olive oil, please. Okay. Stir it up. Season it with salt and pepper.
And now we are emulsifying the salad dressing. Mix it together.
Mix it into your...
I'm just gonna use this spoon.
That's right.
I like to reduce dishes as much as possible. A nice, colorful black bean salad. Let's give it a taste, shall we? I always do. That's what they always do on the cooking show. They say before they even start chewing. You know, this reminds me of my aunt from back in Italy used to make the most amazing zuppa di pepe. Okay, it's good. Tastes good to me. A little cilantro-y. I think you gotta be careful about the cilantro because like I said, some people like it, some people don't. Maybe just put a little bit if you're not sure. So my mom says that this tastes better if you let it like marinate, let the flavors marry a little bit, let it soak in. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge while I actually take my pork tenderloin out of the fridge and take it to the grill. All right, guys, here goes nothing. I got my marinated pork tenderloin out here on my patio with my nice grill that has been used. It has been used, just not by me. So it's gonna be my first time, literally. But it's easy, I have an easy type of grill. I don't have to like light it and put charcoal and all that crazy stuff, so that's good. This should really be very simple for me. So let's crank this bad boy up. I do still need guidance though. Do I need to like scrape it?
It's pretty clean. Your daddy cleaned it last time after we used it. So all you really need to do is turn it on.
Okay. Well.
It's just like a stove.
Which one, like, should I turn on the middle ones, I guess?
I would turn on all of them because you want to get it.
Turn on all of them. Push to turn. Push to off turn, huh?
You're just gonna push. Look, it lights. And then you adjust it.
Oh, there you go. It just didn't do it first time. So this is literally just like a stove. I just like click it to start. Click to start, push to start. I'm gonna turn all of them on. Oh, this is easy. Okay, so they are all on.
Close the lid and let it kind of come to temperature. You see there's a temperature gauge on the top? You want it to at least be to 350, 400 degrees.
Okay.
So it takes a few minutes.
Yeah, it's already rising. It's getting to like 120. So let it heat up a little bit. Okay, so the grill is now right at about 350. So it's nice and hot. Look at me, I'm grilling. Lay them this way. Like that, is that good placement?
Yeah, perfect. And you just don't want to touch them for a little while. You might want to turn your fire down just a little bit and let them just cook on one side before you start turning them over. But it should be pretty simple.
Do I close it or leave it open?
Yeah, it's like your oven. You don't want to leave your oven door open, do you?
I don't know. No, not with the oven, but I don't know about grills. Okay, so a few minutes not touching them.
Probably take, like 20 minutes.
20 minutes right now?
5 minutes from right now, then they'll be done.
Okay. I thought I was gonna be sitting here like flipping them over, doing stuff. When I think of people grilling, I think of like doing a lot of stuff. So lay it out, lay it on there, don't touch it, close it, let it sit for how long?
Yeah, try it after 3 to 4 or 5 minutes. Check it and see how it's coming.
Okay, so I'm gonna check it in 5 minutes and then we'll flip it over and let it sit again. Okay, so it's been a few minutes. Ooh. It's getting brown on the other side, so I'm gonna completely flip it over. Ooh, look at that. Look at those grill marks. Wow, I'm such a chef. And while I got this open, I'm gonna actually take some of the leftover marinade that was left in the pan from before and baste it. Is this called basting? Mm-hmm. Baste it with the leftover marinade. Pork tenderloin is also considered a lean cut of meat, and it's an excellent source of key nutrients. It's high in protein, and it's a healthy addition to a balanced diet when paired with veggies or a salad, which I will be doing today. Close it up and let it cook some more. So a key thing to note for the viewers at home, my mom says that this should take about like 20 to 30 minutes to cook, but you don't just want to rely on that. You really need to make sure that you're cooking it to an internal temperature of 145 degrees. So I have my meat thermometer here so I can check it.
And you want to stick it in the thickest part of the meat, kind of to the middle.
So right to the middle. This one is looking like 110 right now, so not quite. And this one's at like 115, so a little bit longer, but you don't want to overcook it because then it'll be all tough and dry. All right, so I think they should be about done now. I was checking the temperature as I went to make sure I don't overcook them, but I am definitely going to take them off of the heat. Place this on this nice little platter right here because you definitely want to remove it from the heat and let it rest for 3 minutes. So you'll know that the pork is safe to eat after it's been cooked to an internal temperature of 145 degrees with a 3-minute rest. And when you're finished cooking and you cut into it, the inside should be a light blush color. So that's what we're gonna be checking for when I cut into it here in a minute. So I've let it rest for 3 minutes, and now I'm going to check the temperature by sticking it in at an angle to the thickest part of the meat. Okay, so good. We are exactly at 145. Let me check this one too. And boom, 145. So we are good to go. All right, so I'm going to transfer this over to my cutting board so I can slice it up. I'm just gonna slice up one to start. And we got the blush pink color, and it's nice and juicy. And it smells really good too. So now I can actually plate this up. Like I said, I'm actually gonna be sharing with my parents tonight. I cooked them a nice, delicious dinner. Aren't I such a good daughter? And then we have our roasted potatoes, fresh out of the oven. We have our corn and black bean, nice colorful salad to pair with it for a nice, healthy, balanced meal. So I'm just plating up 2 plates for me and my mom, but Ziya and Papa are gonna eat as well, but I just wanna do a nice little taste test for you guys. Wow, look at this healthy, balanced meal that I grilled all by myself. Your dinner is served, madam, to reward you for your hard work in coaching me. Okay, taste test, let's see how I did.
You're gonna like it.
Hold on, this is better
Than my portion
than the last time you made it. This is better than the last time you made it. Agree or disagree?
It's really good.
Cause this is like perfectly juicy. Like this is cooked to perfection.
I think you should invite us over for dinner, a home cooked meal, at least once a week.
Okay. You're still gonna be coaching me for a while so I can build up my repertoire of multiple recipes. But I feel like I got this one down. It's pretty easy. I feel confident with the grill now. It's really not anything to it to use my grill like I thought it was. And this came out literally perfect. If you guys want some ideas on how to incorporate pork into your summer grilling, you can click on the link below for more pork grilling tips and recipe inspiration. Thanks again to the National Pork Board for sponsoring this video.